Miss Charlotte back.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Tiny Tim, and I'm back. We talking about She-Hulk episode 3. You know, I'm not disappointed. I'm not angry. It's a great show. It was a great episode. It's just 30 minutes. But they're keeping with the theme of breaking the fourth wall, which is dope for me. I think she's done it already in these episodes more than Deadpool, maybe. I don't know. Either way, it's a Marvel thing. It's a comic book thing. I like it. Keep doing it. It works for her. So last episode, we saw some things mentioned about how Abomination got in and out of prison, but we weren't too sure how that happened. And I asked a lot of questions about, man, I can't wait to see that happen. I can't wait to see this happen. I hope this happened. I hope that happened. I hope they explain X, Y, and Z. And they did, and enter Wong. Now, already, I think the mention of Wong and the appearance of Wong is about the same amount of screen time he got in all the films. It's very minimal. And he's the Sorcerer Supreme now, so it's kind of like, it makes sense now, but that first battle, that motherfucker disappeared. Like he was gone in that first battle. So, whatever. He had to defend the sanctum, blah, blah, blah. Either way, I liked it. I liked them incorporating Wong and how he explained the whole Shang-Chi thing. And while he was sitting there explaining all that Fight Club shit, he mentions, losing track of time, and I think to myself, he's the Sorcerer Supreme. I don't know if he's still, technically no, he wouldn't be the guardian of, but I don't know, is he still the guardian of time, of the Time Stone, of Agamotto? That's Stephen Strange's job. So I don't know I thought it was cool. I put it in my notes. I thought it was a dope little call back or call forward, especially when he was talking about messing with time and memory wipes and stuff, and all of that stuff about that happened in Spider-Man. I'm like, all right, that's cool. But the shit that got me was the moment he showed up late. He shows up to give his statement, to testify. And as soon as that motherfucker go, all right, we're going to consider his release, and we're going to talk about that. But you do know that you just admitted to jailbreak of a high-profile guy. Like, you do know that, right? Got up like, about that. I thought that was the funniest shit ever. Because he's a Sorcerer Supreme. It doesn't matter. Even if they locked him up, he just went back to the sanctum however he need. Like, he's got to be where he's got to be. I thought that was cool. I think the fact that she wins the case, he gets out per the, with the parole, per conditions, which is you got to wear a monitor and inhibitor so you can't turn back and forth for free will. But the moment you do, you're coming back to prison. I get it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But she wins the case, and instantly I'm like, that seemed easier than it should have been. They ripped up half of Harlem. Then he took his Crocs off, turned into Abomination, and was just like, see, nothing to worry about here. And they freaking the fuck out. Like, they were fighting in Harlem. He wasn't just ravaging the whole thing by himself. They were fighting. They were rumbling in Harlem, him and the Hulk. So it's not like he couldn't control the shit. They just locked him up. He showed this whole time that he can control it by not turning into the Abomination. But, here and there, whatever. So she wins the case. And I'm like, all right, she won that case relatively easy at the beginning of the episode. And I'm like, well, kind of close to the beginning of the episode. I'm like, it's only 30 minutes. So what else y'all got left? So then we start seeing this super duper scumbag lawyer friend from her previous job and enter the Asgardian shape-shifting fairy. And I'm like, alright, yo, what the fuck? And as soon as they said she was impersonating Meg the Stallion, I remember back to when they first announced that she would be on the show, and I was like, please, God, no, don't put her in no green outfit. Don't make her. Oh, it's not that I have a thing against Meg Thee Stallion, because I don't. I'm just, it's not who I want to see in my shows. That's not who I wanted to see in my movie. I didn't know how they would, do it, but, whatever. I took it on the chin. I'm like, well, I'll wait and see. So fast forward to the courtroom. She like, well, can you explain him? Yeah, he a piece of shit, conniving, this. She talks so much dirt on him. This motherfucker had to stand up and object to his own witness. He was like, hold up, objection. Relevance. Yo, this is your people. This is your witness. This is to help you. Sit down. He sits down, totally discredits the fact that he's a fucking idiot. He's above himself. And oh my gosh, she just ripped him to shit. And then all of a sudden, we see Meg Thee Stallion in the courtroom. And I'm like, all right, cool. All right. Whatever the fuck. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. And I thought that was good. I was hoping that was it. And I wrote in my notes, Jen is out here winning cases left and right. Because of her testimony, she helped her law co-worker out. Wins that case, wins the Blonsky case, wins the Abomination case. She's winning cases left and right. Boom, boom, boom. And we see Meg Thee Stallion, and I'm like, all right, that's enough. I'm good. That was good enough for me. She showed up. Boom. Okay? And I'm good on that. Now we celebrating, and the guy who's a scumbag, he's like, yo, you think I got a chance with the actual Meg Thee Stallion? Like, fuck no, my guy. Like, no, you do not. And we get towards the last scene of the show, and she's walking down a dark alleyway. I guess that's, the back entrance to her house. I don't fucking know. It just seemed a scene that was out of place to me at first. And then these construction workers, one got a hammer, one got a fucking hat, hard hat with the stripes on it. I'm like, yo, who the fuck are these Asgardian Power Rangers, right? Because that's the first thing I thought. Yo, who the fuck is these Power Ranger construction worker ass motherfuckers, right? And sure enough, she said the same shit. She said the same shit about the Power Rangers, whatever. She said, did y'all steal something from a Asgardian construction worker? And I'm like, that part. That's what I said. Whole time she's, Oh, right. And forgets that she's She-Hulk. She hulks out, fucks him up, sends him packing. Turns out, though, it looked like they was trying to steal her blood, but because she She-Hulked out, they couldn't break her skin with that raggedy-ass needle. Cool. Now, what's not cool is some of my friends here online, whether it be Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, they kind of gave me some spoilers when it comes to this episode. And I'm like, why is She-Hulk's hands on her knees in a twerking formation? Episode about to end, and I find out why. These two signing paperwork, all of a sudden they having a party in her office, in the penthouse looking office, twerking, shaking that body, yaddy, and I'm like, She-Hulk, better stop playing. Meg, we seen you do that before, Meg. Okay, but She-Hulk, the person who the person who got paid to make She-Hulk twerk digitally, bang. That's why I went to school. That's not why I went to school. But I do have a degree in game art, and I specialize in animation. So, for the person to do that and computer animate her twerking and the whole dance sequence, I know it looked like I think it was motion capture, but same difference. To make that happen, you had entirely too much time. That was entirely too much fun. That seemed like a project reel that y'all was just like, yeah, let's just throw it in. That's dope. A little party scene. I don't know if it was on a contract that may got to be on the screen X amount of time, but whatever. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a little bit cheesy, but the episode itself in total seemed relatively empty. So the episodes prior, 1 and 2, I was feeling like, yeah, throwing a lot of stuff in, 38 minutes, 30 minutes. But then after a while, I'm like, with this episode, it just felt fillery. It just felt like a filler episode. I thought there was going to be more with the Abomination case and more to her talking to Wong about stuff. And I thought it would be more, but I was okay with it. I mean, it is what it is. We'll see if they bring some heat next week. She did say something about this is not going to be a show where we're going to have a cameo every episode besides the Hulk, besides Abomination. And this time it happened to be Meg Thee Stallion and Abomination and Wong all in the same episode. And I'm like, who's going to be next week? Let's find out. Find out next week with Tiny Tim here with Tiny in the car until that issue is resolved in the main lab. But we're going to be Tiny in the carring for another couple episodes, I think. But yeah, let's find out next week together. When you check out Tiny in the car, we're talking about She-Hulk. Go ahead and catch me on all socials at Tiny Tim Gaming 3. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Facebook is Tiny Tim Gaming, and YouTube is Tiny Tim Gaming. Any questions, comments, concerns you have about this show or any other show that I'm ranting and raving about, go ahead and contact me here in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell for notifications. But you can also email me at tinytimgaming3@gmail.com. Join the conversation. Let's laugh and joke and talk about this show together. But until next time, it's your boy, Tiny, out.